Morning, Coco. Puppy, yes, that's a good dog. Yes, yes, yes. About 45 minutes or an hour before they turn on the generator, before anybody starts really showing up. Go sit out on the dock. Come on over here, Coco. Come on. Come on, Coco. Come here. That's a good girl. That's a good girl. Say hi, Coco. Say good morning, Coco. Coco's one of the guard dogs. Coco and Bosco. So I've been here for a week as of yesterday, and so far I've gotten a guy to start building new cushions for me, which is a good thing because those old ones were kind of gross. I've identified all of the through holes, freed up the ones that could be freed up to get them in working condition again, and ordered the ones that are just going to have to be replaced. Today I actually have to go to the store to buy a grinder so that I can cut out 2 through holes that are just so frozen up that I can't even remove them. That happens with bronze. It just it'll get all galled up and cold, seize up to where you can't get it out. I've also pulled the propeller shaft, replaced the cutlass bearing, and I've also ordered a new stuffing box because I really don't like dripless stuffing boxes. I feel like too much can go wrong with those things, and when you have to fix them, you gotta pull the propeller shaft, and while I'm out in the middle of the ocean, I'm not trying to pull a propeller shaft. So I ordered a very basic classic style. So that's going to come in about a week and a half probably. It'll probably be here by the 3rd. And I got a guy coming to build a overboard prevention roll cage kind of thing like I had done on Alviento. Go around the cockpit. Essentially be attached to that arch there. Yeah, so attached to that arch there, and it will come down to right about where that cleat is at, in between the cleat and that winch right there, attached to the outer rail there. And it'll come up and it'll be a rail similar to this bimini rail right here that'll go right across underneath the boom there, attached to the other rail in the same spot, and then go back and attach to that arch on the other side. It'll be a good thing for me to have handholds in big seas. That's one thing that I found to be just absolutely a lifesaver sailing around in Alviento. That was something that I spent about $3,000 building in New Orleans, and it was worth every penny to be able to use that thing as monkey bars to get around in the cockpit and not have to worry about those things, lifelines, keeping me from going overboard. It'll be solid stainless steel tubing that I can fall into if I need to, and I can also tether off to. All sorts of benefits to having that. So I've got a welder coming to do that starting on Monday. he thinks it'll take 3 days to do it. You know, I imagine it'll probably take a week. So that works out pretty well, because if he gets done in a week, that's about the time that those through hulls and cutlass bearing will be showing up, and so I'll be able to install those things at about the same time that the guys are doing the bottom job on the boat, and I should be in the water by the end of the first week of February, which is good news, real good news. Yeah, and for a week's worth of work, you know, if I were in the States and had everything I needed, all this stuff could have been done in just a few days. But, you know, I'm trying to get this done in a boatyard that's cut out of the jungle in Panama. So, you know, it's not too bad. So, yeah, that's what I got going on. And I'll be excited to get into the water. And it's a lot cooler in the water, a lot more breeze going on, a whole lot less chitras, which is what they call no-see-ums around here. Not so many mosquitoes in the boatyard, but a lot of those things, a lot of chitras. And that can get pretty rough. But yeah, that's where we're at. So once I get in the water, I've got a lot more to deal with. The frame that holds the steering system down below the cockpit there, it needs some work. It's got angle iron in there, and some of that angle iron is just about to completely fall apart, but luckily it's in spots that I can just replace. So I can do that while I'm in the water. I'm not too worried about that. The holding here in Bocas is really good, so you know, I'll drop an anchor and I'll make sure that it's, you know, really, really strong hold, and then I won't worry too much about having to have an emergency where I've got to start doing some steering under power, and I'll be able to take apart the pieces that need to be taken apart and just replace them one by one, so that I'm always, you know, kind of ready just in case. But I'll be able to do that in the water. And then I've got all the rest of the work that needs to be done, and all that can be done in the water too. So